Hello. Hello. မင်္ဂလာပေါင်းနဲ့ပြည့်စုံသောမနက်ခင်းဖြစ်ပါစေလို့ဥစွာနှုတ်ခွန်းဆက်သပါတယ်ဗျာအားလုံးသော online မှာကြည့်ရှုနေကြကုန်သောဦးဇင်းတို့ရဲ့တပည့်များဒါယကဒါမများအားလုံးသောညီငယ်ညီမငယ်များပေါ့မင်္ဂလာပေါင်းနဲ့ပြည့်စုံပါစေလို့ဥစွာဆုတောင်းပတ္ထနာပြုပေးပါတယ်ဒီနေ့မင်္ဂလာရှိတဲ့မနက်ခင်းလေးမှာတပည့်တော်တို့ Global Dhamma Foundation တက္ကသိုလ်ကိုနော်အထူးအတဲ့အနေနဲ့ထေရဝါဒနဲ့မာယာနာအကြောင်းကိုဆွေးနွေးဖို့ဆိုပြီးတော့ဒုတိယကြိမ်မြောက်လာရောက်ပြီးတော့ဆွေးနွေးပေးမယ်ဒါချက် Republic သမ္မတနိုင်ငံကဒါမာယာနာဘုန်းတော်ကြီးတစ်ပါးဖြစ်ပါတယ်သူနဲ့တူဦးဇင်းတို့ share နေတဲ့ knowledge ပေါ့နေဘုရားတွေမျှဝေပြီးတော့ဒီနေ့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့အကြောင်းသားတွေ knowledge တွေရစေဖို့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့ကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းပဲအသိပညာတွေရစေဖို့ဆိုပြီးတော့ဒီ mini seminar တို့ခေါ်တဲ့နော်အချင်းတွေ့ဆုံပွဲလေးပေါ့တနိုင်ကျော်လောက်ဒါစီမံလိုက်တာဖြစ်ပါတယ်နော်ဒီအစီအစဉ်နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့လူရင်းပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့အစီအစဉ်ကို9ရက်ပေါ့ဒါကျင်းပမယ်လို့ဒါကြိုပြီးပြောပြတာပထမဆုံးကနမောတတ္တ3ချိန်ရွတ်ဆိုပြီးတော့အခမ်းအနားဖွင့်မယ်ပေါ့ဒုတိယက introduction ဝင်မယ်မိတ်ဆက်မယ်ပေါ့တတိယကတော့မာယာနာဗုဒ္ဓဇင်ဖြစ်တဲ့လျောက်မာယာနာလို့ပေါ့ဒါ reciting လုပ်ပြီးတော့မှဒီကျောင်းသားတွေပေါ့ကျောင်းသားတွေနဲ့ဆရာတွေပြီးတော့လည်းပဲနိုင်ငံသူနိုင်ငံသားတွေအတွက်မေတ္တာပို့ပေးမယ်ပြီးတဲ့အခါကျမှတို့ဒီ discussion လာမယ်အဲ့ဒီအားလာမှာပဲမင်းတို့တွေကကျောင်းသားတွေကကိုသိချင်ရပေါ့ပြီးတော့တင်ထားတဲ့ဒီ2500တွေလည်းရှိတယ်တခြားတော့ညီတို့သိချင်တဲ့ knowledge တွေရှိနိုင်မယ်အဲ့ဒါလေးတွေကိုစိတ်ကြိုက် freely ပေါ့နော် openly frankly ပေါ့မေးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့ဒီနောက်မှာတော့တို့တနားကြီးလောက်ပြည့်သွားရင်တော့တို့ကနော်ဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာစိတ္တန်တေတို့နဲ့ဒီမိနစ်စမင်နာတွေ့ဆုံပွဲလေးကိုပိတ်သိမ်းမှာဖြစ်ပါတယ်နော်ဒါကြောင့်အားလုံးသောဒီမိနစ်စမင်နာပွဲကိုတက်လာတဲ့တပည့်နော်ညီငယ်ညီမငယ်များအားလုံး online မှာရှိကြတယ်ကျောင်းသားကျောင်းသူများအခမ်းအနားကိုနမောတတ္တ3ချိန်ရွတ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ဖွင့်လှစ်ပေးပါရန်တပည့်တော်ရိုသေစွာရှောက်ထားရပါတယ်ဗျာကဲ opening ceremony နော်နမောတတ္တ brother နမောတတ္တနော်နမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓัสสะနမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓัสสะနမောတတ္တဘဂဝတောအရဟတောသမ္မာသမ္ဗုဒ္ဓัสสะ Now best programs already opening program and now introduction programs. Please introduce yourself with my student and online student. No?
So once again, Mengelava and Nicola. I hope you are all fine. And as many of you, I see second time already. We met already last year. So I think it's not necessary much long blah blah blah. I am a stupid, lazy, fat old monk from Europe. Is coming here to Myanmar, take my holiday, and now I have the opportunity to come and speak with you. I'm coming from the monastery Rapten Chedaling in Czech Republic, and our main monastery is one of the oldest Buddhist monasteries in the Europe. There's a Center for Higher Tibetan Buddhistic Studies in Switzerland, established 1977 in over there. So there is my master's living over there, and I take part of my study there also.
ဥပဒေလေးမြန်မာလိုဘာသာပြန်ပြမလား
Namlede.
Please approach a microphone near your mouth.
Okay. How they.
Because and online student also they feel the voice loss, no?
Okay. I can use it a little bit more loud speak, but I am worried that it will be boring for you. So then I speak a little bit more gently.
Not foreign, no? If you hear, you can make that sound voice, or you can talk freely.
Yeah.
Just I didn't. They are only sitting and they listen. They have no nothing to respond.
Okay.
But you make them respond. It's your duty. Now they feel something interesting. Listen to you. So you introduce again and they make some return, no?
Once again.
Once again, yeah. That time, if they know make the sound, I will make them sound, no?
In Latin proverb is we say then repetitia est mater studio. It means as what you repeat again and again, it will helps you to learn. So then I will repeat again loudly. So I am a stupid, lazy, old, fat, ugly monk coming from Europe. Do you understand me? Yes. Very good. And I am coming here to take my holiday in Myanmar. This is unfortunately my last day of the holiday, and I have the opportunity to meet all of you, many of you again, because I was here already last year. And I coming from the monastery Rabten Chedaling in Czech Republic, and which is a branch of our main monastery, Rabten Cheling, which is a monastic university in Europe, founded in 1977. So it is one of the oldest Buddhist monastery and also oldest Sangha community in the Europe. And my master's living over there, and I take also part of my studies over there. So then it's briefly about myself. But as I said, the most important information in the beginning, a stupid, lazy monk.
Understand?
And my name is Sonam Lundup in Tibetan language. Translated to Pali, it is Punya Anamboga. So then all my friends in Myanmar always call me Ashim Punya.
Yeah. Upadi de Tadamao. Bada Bambia is a mom. And then they were did allow my leg and Bao Yadaloni. Yamo Balomia. Don't ye out, Punya. Did a mother of a bio.
မြန်မာပြည်ကတငယ်ချင်းတွေကတော့ရှင်ပုံညလို့ခေါ်တယ်သူရဲ့ယူရိုမှာရှိတဲ့ဟိုဒါသူ့ဆရာရဲ့နာမည်ပေးထားတော့ချက်အဲ့ဒါနောက်ကဟာသိနားမလဲပြီ
ချက်လားချဲလားချဲထိုးလို့ပြောတာမဟုတ်လားဒါတော့နော်ဒါလည်းရပြီ So I will translate later or now now လောလောဆယ်လိုရင်းမပြောမယ်သူကိုယ်သူမိတ်ဆက်သွားတယ်သူကရုပ်ချောသဘောကောင်းပညာတတ်လေနော် Hamson educated very active ရုပ်ချောသဘောကောင်း
This is the wrong translation.
wrong translation နဲ့ဘာသာပြန်တာမှားပြီတဲ့ဥညိုကြီးလိုဖြစ်တယ်ဟမ်အဲ့လိုပေါ့ဟုတ်တယ်မလားရုပ်ကလေးကလည်းဆိုးတယ်ရုပ်ဆိုးတယ်you see ရုပ်ဆိုးဆိုးနဲ့ပြင်းပြင်းကြီးနော်အသုံးမကျတဲ့ဘုန်းကြီးတစ်ပါးပေါ့ငါလာတာပါလို့ဒါပြောပါတာမိတ်ဆက်သွားတာဒါကလည်းအတူယူစရာပေါ့ညီလေးတို့ပြောပြတာနော်ပညာရှင်တွေဆိုတော့ဘယ်လိုပြောမလဲဘယ်သူမှတော့ကိုအဲ့လိုကိုမောက်ပြီးတော့မပြောဘူးလေနော်ပြောပြတာအဲ့လောက်လေးပဲပြောတယ်သူလာတယ်ချက်နိုင်ငံကလာတယ်ဒါဒုတိယချိန်မြောက်ရောက်လာတယ်ပေါ့လူရင်းပြောပြတယ်နော်ပြီးလို့ရှိရင်သူတို့ရဲ့ဌာနကချက်နိုင်ငံမှာရှိတယ် main ဌာနကတော့ဆော့ဇလန်မှာရှိတယ်1980ခုလောက်မှလာမသိခုနပြောပါတယ်စတင်ပြီးတော့တည်ထောင်ခဲ့တာယူရိုမှာဆိုရင်တော့ဒါအရှိကြဆုံးလို့ခေါ်မှာပေါ့ဒီတိဘက်တန်ဗုဒ္ဓဇင်မှာတိဘက်တန်ဗုဒ္ဓဇင်တွေစတည်ထောင်တဲ့ထဲမှာတော့1977ဆိုတော့နှစ်တော်ကြာပြီပေါ့နှစ်40ကျော်50လောက်တော့50ကျော်လား77ဆိုတော့နော်50လောက်လားနော်50ဒီပါရှိပြီပေါ့အဲ့မှာရှိတယ်ဆိုတာအကြောင်းပြပြတာနော်โอเคလောက်ဆိုရပါပြီဒါသူ introduction ပေါ့ဝင်တာပေါ့သူ့ကိုလည်းပဲမြန်မာပြည်ကဘုန်းတော်ကြီးတွေကသူ့ကိုပါတော့ခုနဖတ်ပြီးပြောပါတယ်ပါပဲတော့ပုံညလို့ပဲခေါ်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကနောက်လာတဲ့အခါသူ့ကိုမှတ်မိလွယ်အောင်လို့ဥပုံညပေါ့ဒါမှတ်ထားလို့ပြောချင်တာနော်ကဲ introduction ပြီးပါပြီဗျာနော် I'm a rector very poor rector no of the Global Dharma Foundation University and we established for about 6 years but teaching is 5 years I'm teaching here and before I teach Buddhism in India sometimes when I give invitation from some country like Vietnam, like Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, I went there and go, and then I preach also Buddhism. But not like you. You're very famous in Vietnam. I'm very pity when I go. Nobody pick up me, like the professor, like a preacher, like a rector. Huh? You're very famous.
Sadhu.
So
I will translate and is a handsome, intelligent, strong monk from Myanmar.
Get now the new experience young look. New experience young look chanting bo. I tell them together new experience. How to chant from the cyborgs Mayan Buddhism. For me, I experienced a lot in India when I stayed in Bulgaria. I have some friends in Bulgaria, also in Dharansla, in Varanasi. Stay remembrance, still remember when I meet again to them, no? So I want to hear. I want to hear what the Tibetan Buddhists chanting. Also, I feel my students they also want to hear. So please pray for my students, pray for my university, pray for Myanmar people, and also pray for the world by chanting according to your tradition. No.
Okay, then first I will chant short, taking refuge in three jewels and generation of the bodhicitta, and then so-called four boundless mind, which are contained in which may all sentient beings are happy and may all sentient beings are free from suffering, etc. And then prostration to Buddha Shakyamuni and other holy beings. And what can be still useful? And then I think then a set of the auspicious wishes and dedication that will not be too long but contain fundamental points.
The volume request လုပ်ထားတာပေါ့နော်ဒီပတ်တန် on tradition နဲ့ ဒီမေတ္တာပို့လေးပေါ့ချန်တင်းလုပ်မှာပေါ့ချန်တင်းလုပ်တဲ့အခါကျတော့ဘုန်းကြီးတို့လည်းဒါအိန္ဒိယမှာကြောင်းတက်ခဲ့တဲ့တိဘက်တန်ဘုန်းတော်ကြီးတွေနဲ့နော် friend တွေဖြစ်ခဲ့တယ်ပေါ့ဒါအလွမ်းပြေပေါ့မင်းတို့လည်းပဲနားထောင်ပြီးတော့မေတ္တာခံယူပေါ့နော်ကဲဘာပဲပြောချန်တင်းလေးရွတ်လိုက်မယ်ပြီးတာနဲ့ငါးကောင်တွေကတာတူသုံးချိန်ပေါ့စာတူလေးတော့ခေါ်ပေးလိုက်နော်ဒါမှ complete ပို့ဖြစ်သွား and please pray for my student နော်
ဟုတ်တယ် Sanye Jenan Songi Jonamla Janjum Bado Dani Jazonji Dangi Jizongi Bezenangi Tola Meje Sanye Dumbara Sho Senje Danje Dewa Dan Devengyudan Dimbaranyut Senje Danje Dungel Dan Dungingyudan Dewaranyur Senje Danje Dungel Membe Dewa Dami Dewaranyur Senje nanje nyerin jana nyenan dewe ta nyolan nembar jur Chia ya sanye jenan songi chonam la janjum bando dani jazoji Dangi jizongi besenangi Tolam benje sanye dumbara sho Sanye jenan songi chonam la Chanjum bandu dani jazunji, dangi jizongi besenangi, tolam benje sanye tumbara sho, sanye jenansung, chonam la, chanjum bandu dani jazunji, dangi jizongi besenangi, tolam benje sanye tumbara sho, sanje danje dewa dan, devengyundan dimbaranyurin, Senje nanje dungel dan dungingi gyundan dewaranyur Senje nanje dungel membe dewa damen dewaranyurji Senje nanje nyerenjan nyendan dewe ta nyolan nembaranyurenchi Ngedrungi jo tuan darje jami me tseve darjen chenrezi Dime ngembe wambo jambelyan Dimu mali jonze sangwenda Kanche ngembe zunye lozanda Jasung ginde lama sanyela Gosung ngembe ngone sewande Ranji me jeru wajinyelo Chonan dimu ngeru tsedu sel Chomdende deshi shimba danjumba yandambar zumbe sangye bengye wala shatya tumbal cha tsilo jentun jasun jiyo jinji lamdu sen temba chomdende deshi shimba yandambar zumbe sangye bengye wala shatya tumbala cha tsilo jentun jasun jiyo jinji lamdu sen Temba chumdende deshi shimba danjumba yandambar zumbe sangye bengyewa shatya tupala cha tselo chendun jasun jiyo jinye lamdu sel Mime tseve darchen chenrezi dime ngembe wambo jambelya Imu malin jumze sangwe dang ganchin gimbe tsunyen tsungamba Losan dame shala sevante Matu tantu dambe dongi tengen gembe donzo ranyinji Tengje shenye jewe danyinji Tengjo shenye shala sevante Losan gewe temba zimbala Ngedrun seri na limbo taram Minji ome tanden dashime Chole nambar ngela sewa de la zongewe temba zimbala Kendrun seri na limbo taram minji yome taden dashime Chole nambar ngela sewa de lo zangewe temba zimbala Kendrun seri na limbo taram minji yome taden dashime Chole nambar ngela sewa de Kyonge mage kundongaran zosange nge ulange Tunje jengi dolase Chenre zila cha tselo pota la yin jone Dange jengi le deshi Epamengi ulangen doma yumla cha zelo kachi temba tsangi jinangi barjingin sele shi tinle nam tse jaje shune ringa tse te sun kodan che la cha tse te si shinanga jinyenge zengi dede ming shingi bangin dante nenga dandungele nange tse benzon bela rumbe tashi sho ngingen lo sandambe jingin de la sonanda jinsin dumla Neujora jinzongi yongawe tunde yindu nembe tashi sho shine jine lama la chola sewa tape lo sandambai Jinla shine shinde lungindu lo sandor jinjangi tashi sho dengi jowa yangi zondambe nge meringi dendongi Nyinzen lo sandambe jengi da pinson bela rume tashi sho daso nangi dene janjumbarangi nangi ngilwa jizam Shundar jizun dambe sungi ngung gurme dorje danden tashi sho Saji lama nangi tashi sho indan laso nangi tashi sho madanga do nangi tashi sho jinyo suma nangi tashi sho Lo sange ve timba zimbala ngidro serin na limbo daraminji ome danen dashim Chole nambarange la sevade jutsun lame ngudze ramdenji nanga tinle jinjungi badam Losan dime dime zasungi duwe mese dadu nenyurin Timbala na mebe timbana jawe dine lame dine be ngiwa diaduwa malim Shenyen dambe zimbe njurungo Teta lansan dimbe shenyen dam Sushin dumbe duna shamdenji Jina nangi bandu jimenzo Nyewa shiwa jinje lamdu se Kewa kindu yandan lama dam Dime jingi bela lonje shi Sada langi yenden ramzone Doje changi ngomar nyurdoma Shoe jengi nyamo zonga me Jutsu namba bewa Gingin zama shiwa dan titi mali tsawa shu Dada shingi di sundu dewe zonye laten Gewa lo sandama yi temba yiri parjure chi
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. The comment they write down, they asking it's very lovely to listen, but they don't know what they are reciting. But and then my student he understand. But he not a mother pian pian thabi. No, that mother pian he translate. No ba. ဒီတော့လေးပြောလိုက်ဒါပြန်လိုက်ဘာသာပြန်ပေးပါလို့ပြောတယ်လို့ထားလေမပြန်တဲ့လည်းမပြန်တဲ့ပြောလေဘာသာပြန်ပြလိုက်
So should I repeat the structure?
Yeah.
Prayers?
Okay.
Okay. So first was then taking refuge in 3 jewels, Buddha Dhamma Sangha.
ပထမဆုံးဘုရားတရားတန်ခါယတနာ၃ပါးကိုဒါသူတို့ကိုယ်ကွယ်စိတ်ကြတဲ့အကြောင်းကိုဒါရွတ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ဒါပူဇော်တာလို့ပြောတာပြန်လိုက်လေ
ပြန်ပါပြော
ဘာသာပြန်လေ I ask him making joke to translate
Okay, okay.
ချမ်းသာပါစေချမ်းသာပါစေခင်းရကင်းရပါစေစိတ်စင်းရကင်းကြပါစေ
Yeah, he translates what you recited chanting.
Say, okay.
It's me. He translates. Brother is a noun. Brain for then. Be healthy, worthy, and lucky like this. Sure.
Don't worry, ngami aman nam lebu. So then first was taking refuge in 3 jewels, Buddha Dharma Sangha.
Yes.
And second was generation of the enlightenment mind, bodhicitta.
No. Yeah, I translate. ဒုတိယကဒီမြတ်စွာဘုရားရဲ့ enlightenment ဆိုတာကတပ်ပညုတဉာဏ်ပေါ့ဒီຢာတွေကိုဂုဏ်ပြုပြီးတော့ရွတ်ဆိုတာနော်တတိယ thus
and then was the for boundless mind, an infinite mind. It means then like the infinite wishes,
yeah.
happiness and no suffering for the people.
For boundless minds ဆိုတာကမေတ္တာကရုဏာမုဒိတာဥပေက္ခဆိုတဲ့ဗေဒတရား၄ပါးကိုပဲပြောတာဖြစ်လိမ့်ပါမယ်เนาะသူတို့ယူဆရဆိုတော့ဒီဗေဒတရား၄ပါးနဲ့ရှင်းပြီးတော့ဒါမေတ္တာပို့တယ်เนาะမေတ္တာပို့တဲ့လူမေတ္တာပို့တယ်ကရုဏာထားတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေမှာကရုဏာထားမယ်เนาะမေတ္တာကရုဏာမုဒိတာလားဝမ်းမြောက်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေမှာဝမ်းမြောက်ရမယ်ဥပေက္ခနှလုံးသားနဲ့နေတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဥပေက္ခနဲ့နေမယ်ဆိုတဲ့ဒီဗေဒတရား၄ပါးပေါ့ဒါကိုသူတို့ရှင်းပြီးတော့ဒါမေတ္တာပို့ပေးတာပေါ့เนาะအဲ့လိုပဲမှတ်
And then was then prostration to the Buddha and Holy Masters.
ဒါပြီးတော့ကကြမှာဘုရားနဲ့သူတို့ရဲ့ဆရာတွေပါလိပေါ့အကုန်ပေါ့เนาะဒီဟာတွေရဲ့မေတ္တာတွေပေါ့
And then the auspicious wishes, set of the auspicious wishes.
ဒါပြီးတော့မှဒီဟိုတော့မင်္ဂလာတရားပေါ့မင်္ဂလာရှိဖို့ဆိုတဲ့သဘောတရားတွေပေါ့ဒီမှာလည်းမေတ္တာပို့ပေးတာပေါ့เนาะမင်္ဂလာတွေပြည့်စုံဖို့
And the last was the dedication of the merits.
နေပေါ့နောက်ဆုံးကြတော့ဒီပြုတဲ့ကုသိုလ်တွေအကုန်လုံးကိုအနေပေါ့ dedication ဆိုတာကအကုန်လုံးပေါ်မှာမျှဝေတယ်ဆိုတဲ့သဘောပါပဲသူပြုတဲ့ကုသိုလ်တွေအကုန်ရစေဆိုတဲ့မေတ္တာပေါ့မေတ္တာဖြန့်ပြီးတော့ဒါပို့ပေးတာပေါ့เนาะဒါလေးတွေရွတ်လို့ရပြီလား You I tell them that trying to chant like you only you recite the first only few bucks only one sentence try how to recite how to chant
How to recite?
and how to chant only one parts
Sangye Chinang Sogi Chonam La.
လောက်ထားကြည့်လောက်ကြည့်တရားလောက်ကြည့်လောက်ကြည့်အာသာ try ကြည့်လိုက်ဘာပဲပြော try ထားလေ
စံဂန်ဒိနာမရှ
သူ try နိုင်တော့ဗျာအရှိပါဘူးလားဥရှိပဲရောက်တော့ဥရှိတို့ကကျွမ်းတယ်လားပါလားညဥရှိကျွတ်ဥရှိဟိုးကြောင်သွားကက်နေတယ် very intelligent man now stay there but come in
Oh.
very intelligent man very famous
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
come in he come
Very intelligent and very impressive.
ဒါဘိုင်းနမှာပฏิပိသမှာမိုက်ဥရှိကျွတ်တာလေးကိုကြားကျင်လို့တဲ့နည်းလေးတစ်ချက်တော့ရွတ်ပြရင်ဆမ်းမှာ you brother try how to learn how to chant နားထောင်လိုက်ဘုန်းကြီးရွတ်ပြတာလေးကိုနားထောင်ပြီးတော့ဥရှိရနည်းနည်းရွတ်ပြလိုက်
Actually, I coming to pray for not create suffering. I am now not sure.
သူလာတာကမဲတော်တွေကိုစိတ်ဆင်းရဲဖို့လာတာမဟုတ်ဘူးတဲ့မေတ္တာပေးဖို့လာတာအခုမှစိတ်ဆင်းရဲပြီဥကျရောလားဟုတ်တယ်မေတ္တာနဲ့လာတာမေတ္တာပို့ဖို့လာတာဥကျရောစိတ်ဆင်းရဲအောင်လုပ်ဖို့လာတာမဟုတ်ဘူးတဲ့အခုတော့စိတ်ဆင်းရဲသွားပြီတဲ့
We need to practice ahimsa. We will have the music also.
ရပြီလားရွတ်တော့ရပြီလားနည်းနည်းလေးရွတ်ပြလေ
မရဘူးဗျာ
မရဘူးဆိုရင်တခြားတစ်ခေါက်နားထောင်မယ်ရတော့လေးရွတ်နော် so please brother you
I will do just short.
short နည်းနည်းတိုးလေးမေးမယ်တိုးလေးရွတ်ပြမယ်တဲ့အဲ့ဒီတခြားနားထောင်ရအောင်လုပ်လိုက်ပြီးအဲ့ဆိုရင်ပွက်သိမ့်ပြီ
Sangye
စံငယ်
Chedang
ချေဒါ
Soki
စောခီ
Chongnam
ချောနာ
La
လာ
Professional.
professional နေရောနေမပြီးသေးဘူးလေအဲ့ဒါကအခုသင်ပေးလို့ရှိသေးတယ်အဲ့ဒါကိုလွတ်ရွတ်ရမှာအဲ့ဒါကိုရအောင်ရွတ်ပြီးသေးရွတ်ပြရမှာအခုမှမနေရှိသေးတယ်ဒါကသင်ပေးတယ်အဲ့ဒါကိုလေးလုံးနဲ့သင်တာအဲ့ဒါတွေရွတ်ရလားမမိဘူးလား
မမီးဗျာ
please he said try again one more he recite again one more same this is not on please listen I tell him that listen carefully then he will this is not on လေးလုံးနဲ့
Sorry. Sangye
စံငယ်
Chedang
ချေဒါ
Zongi
စောခီ
Chongnam
ချောနာ
La.
လာ
Finish.
finish လေးလုံးနဲ့
စ
Sani,
Cheda, Soki, Chona, La.
Yeah, move on about baby about the only. Jandy and Miko made the idea. Pero, yeah, but they have been at it. My being a beautiful.
Go ne.
Now my Conade boy baby, Naga on his welcome out of Bobby Baby. Lama Oma, Miana Oma, Miamani Dreamy, Jambonia. Boy gonna Bobby, Naga, who's in your welcome out of Bobby Baby.
Go ne.
Out it. Okay. Now, so program 3, we will let them ask any question about Buddhism, no? Better, no?
Yes.
So, aku baba pyo, no? Pyo sia lele phet twa. Megong mebo po. Bhoin do achan pe de po. Bhoin do pyo nida de me do na taung nida le sa yin. Ba pyo mle. Megong le de me ti chin na le me da so dai be. Bhoin do tin tha de Mahayana achaung ni amya ji be mani do le pyo li pyin sin pho pyo ke de. Ko ti chin na le de, no? Cha chin na le de po. Machine နာလေးတွေရှိရင်မေးမယ်ဘယ်သူပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်တကယ်လို့မြန်ဒီပလိုမာတွေကနော်ဘုန်းကြီးတပည့်တော်မေးချင်တယ်မြန်မာလိုမေးမယ်ဆိုမေးလို့ရတယ်မြန်မာလိုမေးဘုန်းကြီးအင်္ဂလိပ်လို translate လုပ်ပေးမယ်ဒါလည်းဘုန်းကြီးမေးမယ်နော်ဟိုနေ့ကတော့ BA သမားတွေကတော့မြန်မာလိုထပ်မမေးနဲ့ဘာပေါ့လား BA သမားတွေကတော့အင်္ဂလိပ်လိုပဲမေးကြဟိုနေ့ any question from the student you ask them.
First of all, then this time we have good luck because we have the air condition. Last time was here so hot. And second, I have good advice for you. Ask me. Otherwise, when I start to do some explanation, it will take 2-3 hours. So that for your own safety, ask me questions. Then I will not start blah 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 very long. Namlede.
Again, Kaka Larama. Airconမရှိဘူးတဲ့အခု aircon ရှိတိုးတက်သွားပြီတဲ့မလို့မှာနော်ဘလို့ပြောမှဆိုအရင်တစ်ခေါက်ကဒီမှာဘုန်းကြီးတို့ကစကားတွေ topic တွေပြောသွားတာအဲကျတော့မင်းတို့တွေအချိန်ကြီးကုန်နေအဲ့လိုပုံစံမျိုးလေးပေါ့လောလောဆယ်အခုခေါက်ကအဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘူးကျောင်းသားတွေကို chance ပေးတယ်ကိုသိချင်တာလေးတွေပဲသိအောင်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားဘုန်းကြီးတို့မလိုတာတွေပြောသွားပြီးတော့အချိန်တွေမပြောဘူးဒါပြောတာကဲဘာတော့တင်္ဂလာလားမစမေးမလားမေးလိုက်မေးကုန်မေးမယ်ဦးစင်းတွေကရှေ့ကိုထားလာမယ်နော်ဒီမှာမေးလိုက် mic ကြောင်း okay
one time you will choose the questioner one time me okay
but အခုငါရွေးလိုက်ပြီဘုန်းကြီးရွေးလိုက်တယ်မေးကုန်မေးဆိုပြီးတော့ဒါတင်္ဂလာကိုရွေးလိုက်ပြီနောက်တစ်ချိန်ကျရင်သူကိုယ်တိုင်ရွေးလိုက်မယ်သူရွေးတဲ့ကျောင်းသားကထားပြီးတော့မေးရလိမ့်မယ်ဒါပြောပြီးသွားပြီရှင်းနေပြီနော် brother
I am very danger
သူအနေရှိတယ်တဲ့ဘယ်လိုအသိဖို့ကဲဦးတင်္ဂလာဘာမြန်သိချင်သေးတော့
May I know, sir? My name is Sianyana. How many difference between the Mahayana school and Theravada school?
How many difference? Oh my goodness. Yes, okay. Thank you. I don't know.
Why?
It's first of all, then when we talk about Mahayana and Theravada, we need to make it clear what it is, a terminology. Because usually, as the Theravada, there is the kind of school or schools which are in certain countries. And as the Mahayana usually is described all others. So what is not Theravada is Mahayana. It's a very, how to say, unclear. Because when we talk about other schools which are not Theravada, there are so many. And they are very variegate. And actually we very often talk about the Triyana, and so-called Hinayana, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. Theravada schools, they are focusing for the Hinayana part of the teaching. And when we talk about Mahayana, then Mahayana have the two parts, so-called Paramitayana and Vajrayana. As in, when we come to these details, there are so many we can find so many different ways. But what I very often talk about is we are a little bit sick by focusing for the differences. Differences actually take then just few percent of the, let's say the 100%, that you will have maybe 10% of the differences and 90% of the similarities. What is same, between these schools. We are always focusing only about this, what is difference between. This we of course find we are not, me and Sierra is not same, we are different. And when we start to analyze how we are different, and more we are analyze how different we are, more far we will be each other. Because we are very different, we will find out very different. When we start to analyze what is the same, then it will be much more interesting, because we will find much more similarities as the differences. And if we will analyze how similar we are, then we become closer, because we are similar. So then problem is that we human beings, we always focusing for the difference. And this actually cause of all our conflicts, because we always separate each other, because we are different in this way, different in that way. I am man, this is women, this is children, and this is this and that, and we always kind of divorce and finding and focusing for what is the different. So then this is just my kind of additional comment about the question, because we always focusing for the differences. Actually, we find the differences very slight, very slight differences in the Vinaya level, also of course in the level of the, let's say, like the practice itself, we find the differences in the way how we wear the robe, So then we can start to talk about so many differences. So then you need to also make it clear what kind of difference you mean. Otherwise, we will sit here maybe 1 year and we will still have something to talk. We will always find something different, Certain way how to wear robe is different. But when we understand first what Vinaya, because Vinaya have more exceptions as the rules. So then for each rule exists so many exceptions for the different situations, For example, when the Buddha's teaching spread in the northern countries, if you will go to Tibet, for example, in your robe, it will take maybe 1 day you will survive, and that will be finished. You will be frost, die, So then Vinaya, Buddha is enlightenment one, because in Vinaya is immediately already for this prepare the ground. And when the Buddha's teaching coming to this climate or these countries, that is immediately coming exceptions. So then what is important to understand is difference is not means that one is right and second is wrong. Because even then there are two very different things, different appearance or something like this. They can be very easily both completely correct according to Vinaya, for example. So then they are maybe different, but they are both correct. And this is very hard for the people to accept. They always thinking that only one is right and all others are wrong, And then as a Vinaya, I have so many varied exceptions for this purpose, for that purpose, for this climate, for this country. For example, when the Buddha's teaching coming to so-called not central country, there is so many exceptions which are not possible in the central country. You cannot like they apply these exceptions in the Vinaya. But when you are, for example, in Europe, we are completely out of the central countries of the Buddhism. So there is so many things which we, for example, even we don't follow it. It is completely correct according to Vinaya still, because there is this description that this is for this purpose in this moment. You should not follow main rule. You should follow this exception. So then it's very vast, your question. We can talk very long time about what is the difference between. How then I'm let nene.
Thalale, nale bila, nale la. Nale ma, nale shimbya la wo.
ချမ်းသာတယ်အများကြီးပဲကွာကိုလေ့လာ
Oba ko le bi shimbya, me bo la ri ko.
ချမ်းသာတယ်အများကြီးပဲကိုဟာလာကိုလေ့လာဖို့လိုတယ်
Bi shimbya cha very easy to explain to translate in Myanmar.
Yes.
You talk 1 hour, okay, 1 minute, 1 more minute, okay.
I see. I really need to learn Burmese language. It's so short.
မင်းတို့ပြောတာချိန်ပြောရတယ်မင်းဘာသာပြန်တာမြန်လေးပြန်လိုက်တာပြီးရောတယ်အဲ့ဒါမြန်မာစာလေးလာကောင်းမယ်ဟုတ်တယ်မလား
That is a good question. It's a good question, but its topic is extremely vast. It's extremely. We need to specify many things, make it clear many things. What direction of the difference you mean? About Rob, about Vinaya, or about Abhidharma, or what to talk?
How many difference lo differ lo mira la. Now difference lo balau kwe bya le me de ka jara me be twa bi phie lo ya ma lo. Be ne be o me da lo uma pi pa da bhon ya. Oh. Alaga how many different lo me lo mya bu le. Tacha ni ne me ya ma le. What is different lo the main ne me ya ma. What is the main different lo me ya ma. Yeah, he actually he want to ask like that. What is the main differences between Theravada and Mahayana? But anyway, it's a good question for you now already explained. No? So how many lo me lo mya bu le. What's the difference?
Let's say then maybe one of the main difference between the practice of better is to maybe talk about the practice of the part of the teaching which is contained in the Theravada tradition and the so-called the Mahayana tradition is the generation of the mind of enlightenment, so-called bodhicitta, which attained fully enlightenment for benefit of other beings. Because Buddha was guide us like I maybe talked about already last time, but maybe it's good to come again for this kind of we take a little bit example, for to more easy to understand. Buddha guide us first to recognize that we are living in the prison of the samsara. What is main characteristic of the prison is unfreedom. We not freedom, Even some very VIP people can be imprisoned in very good prison, home prison. They have food, they have TV, they have everything. But what they don't have is the freedom. They cannot go out. So samsara is a little bit like prison, because main characteristic of samsara is unfreedom. We not have freedom. We are not free from the suffering. We are not free from the death. We are not free from the separation from our friends and our dears and like this. We are always unfree. So then this is first point. We need to recognize we are in prison. And when we are in prison, we generate a wish to be free from prison. It is very important. Most of people never come to this point. And then when we generate this wish, we need 3 conditions for the escape from the prison. We need some powerful kind of guide who is out of the prison and who perfectly know the prison. This is Buddha. Then second, we need to perfect plan how to go from prison, kind of map, GPS. This is Dhamma, the plan how to go from prison. And third one, we need some kind of collaborate people who are inside in the prison, but they will help us to go out, so that they keep somewhere door unlock, somewhere open, this and that. Without them, we cannot escape. And in the end, we need the vehicle, some car or something. For them, when we come from prison, then we need to speedy go away. When we go from prison, we successfully go out. We go alone, only one person. We need small, speedy vehicle, motorbike, for example, Then you need to, because you transport only one person, and we need to go quickly away. This is so-called Hinayana, small vehicle. Without this vehicle, you never escape from the prison. So it is extremely important vehicle. Most important vehicle is the small vehicle. Many people have the misunderstanding. They thinking small vehicle, Hinayana, means something lower. It's not true. It is just misunderstanding of the meaning. Small vehicle means a vehicle which transport one person out of the prison of samsara. And when we talk about Mahayana, this is Maha means the great. So then, let me say then, if I will go on motorbike out of the prison, I will be maybe not very successful driver, but okay. Then I personally will start to think that I left from prison, but all my dears, like my mother, my father, my brothers, my friends, they are still in prison. I cannot leave them there. I make myself free, but I want also make free others. When I make this kind of generate this mind, this is actual border between the so-called small vehicle and great vehicle, between Hinayana and Mahayana. When you start to thinking about the liberation of others, you already crossed this border, you are already Mahayana follower. Does not matter if you will live in Myanmar in the middle of the Theravada monastery, when this mind is generated, this is so-called mind of the liberation for the others, you already entered to the Mahayana field. So this is actually border. And for the transportation of your mother, father, whole your family, friends, and like this, this one motorbike is not enough. You need bus. And bus is compared to motorbike is great vehicle, is big vehicle, because you need to transport many out of the prison. This is actual, like this maybe it can maybe help you to understand a little bit about this kind of meaning, between Mahayana and Hinayana or Theravada and Mahayana. This actual difference, real difference is in the motivation, what is in your mind. Not about what rope you have, what language you use for chanting, I don't know what else, Difference is in your motivation. In moment when you start to wish to liberate others, you actually cross to the border to Mahayana. This difference. Samsara.
Below zero, the through Ajara, Tina Mahayana Ajara, Jini, through a Libango, who called it Jene, Maha and အောက်ကကျတော့ Miss ဟိနာယာနာကျတော့ဘာသာပြန်လွဲနေရတယ်ဒီရင်နေကြတဲ့ဟာမဟုတ်ဘူးတဲ့ရင်လေးနဲ့တွေ့တယ်ပေါ့သွားတာနေတဲ့ရင်နဲ့တွေ့တယ်နေရင်နဲ့တွေ့တယ်နိဗ္ဗာန်သွားတယ်
နော်နေဘာသာတွေအကုန်ပြန်နေနေကြားနေမှာဆိုလို့လိုရင်းပြောမှာပေါ့မပြောတဲ့အတိုင်းနဲ့လေးစပ်ပါတယ်နော် only short translation ဒီကတော့အသွင်ပြင်ပေါ့အဓိကခုနဘုန်းကြီးပြောသလိုမေကွန်းပေါ့မေကွန်းကမေးတတ်ဖို့လိုတာပေါ့မင်းပြောလိုက်တဲ့မေကွန်းကြီးကခုနဘာလို့ how many different ဆိုတော့က different ကဝိတ္တာစာတာစာ different ကတနေ့ကုန်ထိုင်ပြောလိုက်ပြီးမှမဟုတ်တညာလုံးပြောလိုက်ပြီးမှမဟုတ်တစ်နေ့ပတ်လုံးပြောနေတယ်ပြီးမှမဟုတ်သဘောပေါက်လားအဓိကကထေရဝါဒနဲ့မာနာကြမှာဘာခြားနာတယ်လဲအဓိက main point ပဲဝိနည်းလားသုတ်တန်လားပြီးတယ်မလား conception တွေလား mindset တွေလားဒါမျိုးတွေပေါ့ practice လားဘာညာပေါ့အဲ့လိုမေးရမှာ what's different ဒါသိပါပြီနော်အဲ့ဒါပြန်ပြီးပြောပြတဲ့အခါမှာလိုရင်းလေးကပြောချင်တာကဒီလူတွေကဒီခုနပြောတဲ့ဒီပညက်ပေါ့ပြောပြနေတာပေါ့ပညက်ကိုကြည့်ပြီးတော့ဒီအသွင်ပြင်တွေကိုလိုက်ပြီးတော့ဒါနားလည်မှုလွဲနေကြတာဟိဒါယာနာလို့ပြောလိုက်တာ ਨੇ ဒီပါဠိတော်မှာဟိနာဆိုတာမျိုးတော့ဘယ်လိုသိတာတော့ယုံညံ့နဲ့ယာနာကယုံညံ့နေရင်ဟောဒါဒီဝါဒကမကောင်းဘူးမဟာယာနာဆိုတာမဟာကြပါတော့မြင့်မြတ်တယ်ကြီးမြတ်တယ်ဒါယာနာဒါကြီးကတော့ကောင်းတယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးထင်မှာတကယ်တော့ဟိနာယာနာကိုခုနထောင်သားတစ်ယောက်နဲ့ဥမာပေးသွားတာထောင်သားတစ်ယောက်လွတ်မြောက်ဖို့ဒါလိုရင်းမဲ့ဘုန်းကြီးပြောပြတယ်သေချာနားထောင်နောက်မှကိုယ့်ဘက်ကိုနောက်တလို့နားထောင်လွယ်လွယ်လေးတွေပြောထားတာထောင်သားတစ်ယောက်လွတ်မြောက်ဖို့အတွက်ကိုယ်တိုင်လွတ်မြောက်ဖို့ဆိုရင်ဥမာလေးပေါ့ဆိုင်ကယ်တစ်စီးပဲထားပါတော့ဆိုင်ကယ်တစ်စီးနဲ့ကိုယ့်ဘက်ကိုလွတ်မြောက်အောင်နောက်ထွက်သွားတယ်ဒါအဲ့လွတ်မြောက်သွားပြီဆိုရင်တယောက်တည်းတည်းပဲလွတ်မြောက်နိုင်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်ဒီစီဒါစီရင်ငယ်လေးပေါ့လွတ်မြောက်တာပဲတန်တရာဝိစင်းကလွတ်မြောက်တာပဲအဓိကဒါပါပဲဒါပေမဲ့ရင်ငယ်လေးနေနဲ့စီးပြီးလွတ်မြောက်သွားတော့ကြောင့်ကိုတူတယောက်တော့လွတ်မြောက်သွားတာပေါ့ဒါကပါတော့ရင်ငယ်လေးဆိုတဲ့ဥမာလေးပြောပြတာနော်လွတ်မြောက်မှာပဲမင်းလည်းမင်းချင်းမင်းရင်ငယ်လေးနဲ့မင်းလွတ်မြောက်သွားမှာသူလည်းသူကလည်းသူကျင့်သွားလွတ်မြောက်သွားမယ်ဒါပေမဲ့မာယနာကြတော့သူတို့ရဲ့ဒါ conception ကိုပြောပြနေတာနော် user မှာမာယနာအကြီးမြတ်တယ်အဲ့လိုပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘူးမာယနာကြအဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘတ်စကားတစ်စီးလို့ပေါ့ကိုယ်တိုင်းပဲလွတ်မြောက်အောင်သွားနိုင်တယ်ကိုစ조사မယ်ပြီးလို့ချင်းကိုမိသားစုပါဘတ်စကားနဲ့ခေါ်ပြီးတော့လွတ်မြောက်အောင်သွားနိုင်တယ်လို့ကိုနဲ့အနီးစပ်တဲ့လူတွေပါသူကလွတ်မြောက်အောင်ဒါဆွမ်းဆောင်နိုင်တဲ့ဝါဒလေးပေါ့ဒါလူရင်းပြောပြတယ်ဒါကြောင့်မိုဟိနာယာနာဆိုတာဟိုရုပ်ညက်နဲ့ရေရုပ်ညက်နဲ့နင်းလို့ပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘူးပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ဝါဒလို့ပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘူးသဘောပေါက်လားပြောမယ်ဆိုတော့ sex ဟိုနေပေါ့ကွာဘာခေါ်မလဲကိုလွတ်မြောက်ဖို့အတွက်စ조사တဲ့ဝါဒပုံစံမျိုးပေါ့နော်ဒါလိုမဲ့ပေါ့ဟိုကကြတော့မိသားစုလိုက် group လိုက်အများကောင်းကျိုးတွေပါလွတ်မြောက်အောင်စ조사တဲ့ဝါဒအဲ့လိုနာမည်လေးရစဒီလိုမျိုးတွေကွဲပြားမှုရှိတဲ့လူတွေသိဖို့ပေါ့ပြောတာနော်ဒါကြောင့်မို့ဒီလူရင်းပြောချင်တာကတော့ဒီဝါဒတွေကြာမှာထေရဝါဒမာယနာဟိရဝါဒဒါတွေကဘလိုရင်းငင်းဝါဖို့မဟုတ်အဓိကတော့လွတ်မြောက်ဖို့တန်ត្រာကလွတ်မြောက်ဖို့ escape ဖြစ်ဖို့ပဲခုနကပဲဒီလိုတွေရအကုန်လုံးထောင်သားတွေပဲထေရဝါဒသမားတွေထောင်သားပဲမာယနာဟိရယနာအကုန်လုံးထောင်သားတွေပဲဒီထောင်ကလွတ်မြောက်ဖို့အတွက်ဘယ်လမ်းကသွားမလဲဒါပဲဘယ်ရင်နဲ့သုံးမလဲဟုတ်ပါလားအဲ့လိုမျိုးလေးပေါ့ဒါလိုမျိုးလေးအဓိကကွဲပြားသွားတယ်ပေါ့အဖြစ်မှာတော့ပြောတာအများကြီးပေါ့ကွာယနေ့အကြောင်းသွေးတွေအစဒါတွေကတော့ပြောရင်ပြီးမှာမဟုတ်တော့နော်ကဲအဲ့ဆိုတော့good question ပေါ့နော် okay brother now any question you ask
Yes.
anyone you choose
I choose.
Mm.
Okay. Now they concentrate.
yeah anyone
Okay, we will choose someone from the back side.
okay back side got it
Back side. How I can say who is? So then maybe I see there is this pillar. You see, and next to pillar is the one monk over very back.
yeah mine the metabro oh back side no you know you know back side မင်းမဟုတ်ဘူးဩဟိုး back ကပြောတာ
Completely lost.
last one နောက်ဆုံးoneဒီတန်းထဲမှာ mid ထဲမှာရှိတဲ့နောက်ဆုံးတန်းဟိုးထောင်ကတ်နေတာတပါးထိပ်ပြောင်ပြောင်နဲ့လမ်းမြင်ရတယ်တဲ့အဲ့ဒါထားပါတဲ့
Yes, you.
ထိပ်ပြောင်ပြောင်ဟိုးနောက်ဆုံးမှလေပြောနေတယ်လေမကြောက်ဘူးလား
Yes. How did?
ဟုတ်တယ်တဲ့အဲ့ဒါလည်းဟုတ်တယ်တဲ့အပြီးဒီဘက်မှာထိပ်ပြောင်ပြောင်နဲ့တပါးရှိတယ်ထားအောင်ဒါဒီဘက်ကိုထားအဲ့ဘက်မှာထိပ်ပြောင်ပြောင်နဲ့ဘာလို့တော့မင်းနေရတယ်မပုံးနေလားကိုယ်ထားလေ
I say I'm very dangerous.
မတထားနေမေးတယ်
This one.
မင်းနေဦးနဲ့မင်းနေပါဥပြောင်ကြီးနေဦး
Yeah. Okay.
လာ
Then have surely some interesting
ရှေ့
question.
လာခဲ့နောက်မှပုံနေတဲ့လူတွေလှည့်လာလိုက်မယ်လာခဲ့ဟိုနောက်မှမျက်မှန်တွေပုံနေတာခေါင်းကောင်းနေအဲခေါင်းကောင်းတဲ့ဥဒင်းထားလိုက်မလားကြာ
Mingala Vapea. Nigola Pea. Oh, Dama Pea.
ဒီမိုက်ပဲမိုက်ကလိုက်ထဲမှာဝင်မယ်ဟိုမိုက်ကမရဘူးနင်တို့သေချာရှစ်တို့မိုက်ကိုကပ်ပြောပြော
So you can ask anything.
မိုက်ကပ်ပြောမေကိုမေးလို့ရတယ်ကြိုက်တဲ့မေကိုမေးပါတဲ့အရှင်ဘုရား
ပြီးတော့ဗမာလိုပဲပေးတယ်
အင်္ဂလိပ်လိုမေးရိုက်စင်စားမိုင်းဘုန်းကြီးပြင်ပေးမယ်
We give short moment of contemplation.
ပြီးတော့ဗမာလိုပဲမေးချင်တော့
ဗမာလိုဖြေမှမဖြေတယ်ပဲနဲ့မင်းဘယ်လိုမှမေးမှာ
ဗမာသိစရာလေးရှိလို့
ဟမ်
ဟောသိချင်စရာလေးရှိလို့
သိကျင်တယ်မင်းဗမာလိုမေးတော့မင်းဗမာလိုမေးတော့ဗမာလိုမဖြေတတ်ဘူးလေဘယ်လိုလုပ်မဘုန်းကြီး
အဲ့ဒါကို
မိုက်ကိုကပ်မေးလို့ပြောတာပေါ့အတန်ထွက်အောင်လုပ်စမ်း
ဒီမူလဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာအနေပြီးတော့ဒီမဟာယာနဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာကိုသိက္ခာပုဒ်ဘယ်နှစ်ခုလောက်ကွဲပြားသွားခဲ့ပြီလဲဆိုတာသိချင်လို့မူလဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာအနေပြီးတော့မတူတဲ့
ဘယ်မူလဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာတော့ပြောမူလဗု
ထေ
ဒ္ဓ
ရဝါ
ဘာ
ဒ
သာ
ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာနဲ့မတူတဲ့သိက္ခာပုဒ်ဘယ်နှစ်ပုဒ်လောက်ရှိလဲဆိုတာသိချင်လို့ဝီနည်း
မင်း online မှာရှာပါလား now he difficult to ask in English. I translate. He asking the between the Theravadas minus. It's me. He wants what's the difference? Vinaya, especially how many precepts that different from Theravadas to minor.
Places?
Precepts.
Precepts. Okay. So
Precepts the rules.
yes.
How many rules differ from Theravada to minors?
We was just talk about this topic on the way here to university with one my friend. And in Theravada, how many you have? 200.
Theravada မှာဘယ်လောက်ရှိတယ်လဲမေးနေတယ်
229သွဲ
အင်္ဂလိပ်လိုပြော
227
27, yes. We have that 257.
ဘယ်လောက်ရှိတယ်ပြောတာ
250ခွန်ဗျ
မေးဆက်မေးတော့လေအဲ့ဆိုရင်
ဒီနောက်တစ်ခုကဒီရသိချင်တာကဒီရတို့ထေရဝါဒမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီဘုရားတော်ကဒီနှင်းကြတဲ့ဘဝမှာတစ်ချိန်ပဲဖြစ်တယ်ဗျနောက်ဘဝဆိုရင်အမြဲတမ်းထက်တန်းကြတဲ့ဘဝတွေမှာ
နေကြတဲ့ဘဝဘယ်ဟာပြော
နှင်းကြတဲ့ဘဝဆိုတော့ဥပမာဒီတိရစ္ဆာန်ဘဝမှာဖြစ်ရင်လည်းတစ်ချိန်ပဲဖြစ်တယ်ဗျအဲ့တော့ဆင်းရဲတဲ့ဘဝမှာဖြစ်ရင်လည်းတစ်ချိန်ပဲဖြစ်တယ်နောက်ပြီးတော့အစစ်မြင့်တဲ့ဘဝတွေဘုရားလောင်းတွေကရောက်သွားတာဗျအဲ့တော့မဟာယာနဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာမှာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းပဲဒီလိုမျိုးအမြဲတမ်းဖြစ်တဲ့ပုံစံမျိုးအနေနဲ့ခုနလိုဒီလိုလိုထေရဝါဒမှာဆိုရင်တော့ဟိုနေကြတဲ့ဘဝအနေပြီးတော့မြင့်တဲ့ဘဝကိုအမြဲတမ်းဟိုနှစ်ခါစစ်တိုင်မဖြစ်ဘူးပေါ့ဗျာဟိုနေကြတဲ့ဘဝမှာနှစ်ခါစစ်တိုင်မဖြစ်ဘူးဆိုတာဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အမှုသာဝရလိုသိက္ခာပုံမျိုးတွေကိုအမြဲတမ်းစောင့်တည်တာမျိုးရှိတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီမဟာယာနဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာမှာဆိုရင်ရောအဲ့ဒီလိုမျိုးဖျားလောင်းတွေဟာဘောဓိသရဖျားလောင်းတွေဟာအမြဲတမ်းစောင့်တည်ရတဲ့ကျင့်ဝတ်မျိုးရှိသလားဆိုတာအဲ့ဒါသိချင်လို့ဗျာ
ရှင်းလိုက်တာand I want to say
You will have also short translation.
short-term translation. It's me that in Theravada we believe the Bodhisattva before becoming enlightenment, the Buddha to be, he born only lowers existence, only for one time. Then because of his moral practice, good moral practice, Afras that's like another lower. Then Afras his death. He born again in a higher class like this. For example, he born in animal, and after that he born again human-like or deva or something like that.
Yes.
Because he practice moral, good moral, how can I say, rules or regulation like this, no? And he want to know that in Mahayana also, Bodhisattva, this is the same like Theravada or not, because he want to know if there's for example, if you are Bodhisattva, you feel you are Bodhisattva. Now you are a human being, and then it's a good existence. After you that you feel you go up or down like this, or the same level, the same born again, human like this. He won. How difference like that, no?
I will just shortly turn back to previous question, which was about precepts, because there is also one mistake, because it is like that in Theravada, how many is, and Mahayana, how many is the precepts. They are not actually like connected with the Theravada or Mahayana. They are connected, the number of the precepts are connected with the ordination tradition. In the India was 4 ordination tradition. Buddha was ordained only 3 first group of the monks. And then he appointed 4 arhats, because then other monks, newcomers was coming from different part of India, speaking also different languages, So there was the appointed like Kashyapa Arhat and Shariputra and other 2. And from these 4 special kind of ordination arhats was coming 4 ordination tradition. And in nowadays, from these 4, only 2 are survive, 2 are finish, disappear, like Mahasangika finish. What is stay only is the ordination tradition of the so-called Mahasatavira, which is used in Theravada schools, and Mula Sarvastin ordination tradition, which are used in Mahayana schools. But this is nothing to do with the Mahayana or Theravada. They are just use this ordination tradition, Vinaya ordination tradition. So then the Mahasatavira was coming from the Mahakashyapa Arhat, and then Mula Sarvastin was coming from the Shariputra, Rahula, and like this. So this is just to clarify from where is coming these differences. These differences is nothing to do with the Mahayana or Theravada. They are connected with the Vinaya ordination traditions, which are used in Theravada, use the Mahasatavira, and then in Mahayana traditions now use the Mula Sarvastin, but this is nothing to do with kind of teaching. So then is you want to translate?
Huh? အဓိကကဘုန်းကြီးလာလိုရင်းပြပြမယ်နော်ချိန်ချာမှာဆိုလို့အဓိကကအခုပြောတဲ့ပုံစံကကိုယ်နဲ့မဆိုင်ဘူးနော်အခုဘယ်ဘဝဘာရောက်မှပါညာတက်ဆိုင်ရင်ဒီလိုတို့ဒီဗုဒ္ဓဘုရားပေါ့ဖြစ်စဉ်ကလေးကလေဒီ origination နဲ့ဆိုင်သွားတယ်သူခိုင်းတဲ့သူပေါ့ဥပမာပေါ့ origination ဆိုတာကသူဒေတာမှာနော်ဟိုဒါပါတော့ဗုဒ္ဓရှိတဲ့ရက်မှာဗုဒ္ဓနဲ့သက်ဆိုင်တဲ့ဒါ origination တွေဖြစ်သွားမယ်ဒီဘက်မှာလည်းဒီဘက်မှာသက်ဆိုင်တဲ့ဟာတွေဖြစ်သွားမယ်အဓိကကဝီနိယဆင်းသက်သွားတာနောက်ဝီနိယဆင်းသွားပြီးအဆုံးအမတွေအတူတူပဲဆိုတော့ပြောချင်တာတော့တိတ်ပြီးတော့ခြားနားမှုရှိမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါရလည်းတိတိကျကျကြီးလည်းသူတို့အဲ့လောက်ထိလေးလာထားမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးနောက်ပြီးတိတိကျကျကြီးလည်းပဲဟိုမင်းပြောသလိုနော်ဘုရားကနှိမ့်ကြတဲ့ဘဝတွေအထက်တန်းရောက်သွားတယ်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားအထက်တန်းတွေကပြန်နှိမ့်ကြတယ်အဲ့လိုမျိုးကြီးဒါသူတို့မှလည်းရှိမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါဘုန်းကြီးပြောတယ်သူလည်းအဲ့လိုပဲပြောဆိုလို့ချင်တာနော်အဓိကတော့ဒီဝီနိစီကံတွေကပဲသူတို့လေးလာသွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့သဘောပေါ့နော်မေကွန်းကလည်းဟိုနေ့ဘယ်လိုပါမေကွန်းကလည်း communicative ဖြစ်တယ်နော်ချုပ်တဲ့ဆိုဟုတ်လို့ပြောတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါတွေက တိကျတဲ့ပုံစံဖြေလို့မရဘူးလေတကယ်အခုဗုဒ္ဓကခုကဟိုနေကြတယ်ဘဝတစ်ခုပဲဖြစ်တယ်နောက်တစ်ခါအထက်တက်သွားတယ်ပြန်ဆင်းလာတယ်အဲ့လိုပြောချင်တယ်လားမင်းက
မဟုတ်ဘူးဗျာသူဘုရားလောင်းဘဝမှာအမြဲတမ်းဖြစ်ချင်ရတဲ့ကျင့်ဝတ်ရှိတယ်ဗျာအဲ့ဒီကျင့်ဝတ်မှာမဟာယာနမှာအမြဲတမ်းကျင့်ရတဲ့ဘုရားလောင်းရဲ့ကျင့်ဝတ်ကရှိသလားဆိုအဲ့လိုမျိုးသိချင်တယ်
ဩဒါလည်းအဲ့လောက်ကျတော့မဟုတ်လေနော်ဒါလိုက်တော့နော်မင်းအဲ့ဒါစာထဲမှာလေ့လာအားရင်ဘုန်းကြီးလာခဲ့ဘုန်းကြီးရှာပေးမယ် internet ကဲ any question more
Then I not answer his second question about Bodhisattva.
No, sir. You want?
Yes, of course. So then I will try to shortly about the Bodhisattva. The training of the Bodhisattvas have the so-called 10 bhumis, 10 levels. And then according to the bhumis is also then how is deeply generated this so-called bodhicitta, mind of enlightenment. Because those persons who enter to do a part of the bodhisattvas, they see suffering of the other beings like something what they cannot live it just like this, you know. So then for this purpose, they find as the only one way how to really help to other beings, how to liberate other beings from the suffering, there is only one way, and that is achievement of the state of the Samyak Sambuddha. Only Samyak Sambuddha is in position to really completely liberate beings, because even Arhat have their own limits. So then Arhat, compared to Samyak Sambuddha, these qualities are completely uncomparable. You know, even for us, Arhat is something incredibly great. This is something, nothing small. The Arhat is my goodness, that is dream of all of us. But compared to Buddhism, then Arhat is still like baby. So then this journey between the Arhat and Samyak Sambuddha is actually journey of the Bodhisattva, who aspiring to become Samyak Sambuddha, because only Samyak Sambuddha have the completely enlightenment qualities, like the completely perfect wisdom, completely perfect compassion, completely perfect maitri. All these qualities are perfected. In a state of the Arhat, they are developed but not perfected. So then, and that is the 10 bhumis of the bodhisattvas. Then is coming to the Arya Bodhisattva, and then last 10 bhumi is actually realization of Samyak Sambuddha. So for this purpose, bodhisattvas take then any kind of training what they can. So then born in the hell, born in the Deva land, anywhere. What will be useful for the beings, what will calm suffering of the beings, this all they can do it happily. So we pray, for example, our prayer is always born in the higher realm, like Deva realm. Prayer of the bodhisattva is the born in the hell. It's different. Because bodhisattva not have any fear of the hell.
ဒီကျင့်စဉ်ပေါ့ဒီဘောဓိသတ္တဝါပေါ့မင်းလိုချင်တဲ့အရာတွေထပ်ပြောတာသူတို့ရဲ့ကျင့်စဉ်မှာတော့အဆင့်10ဆင့်ပေါ့သူတို့ကခေါ်တာတော့ဘူမိပေါ့ဓာတ်ဘူမိတို့ခေါ်မှာပေါ့အဆင့်နဲ့ကျင့်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ခုနငါကြီးမေးတယ်လို့ထေရဝါဒတို့တော့မဟုတ်ထေရဝါဒမှာမင်းပြောတာကအောက်မှာနေကြတဲ့ဘဝတစ်ခုပဲနေတယ်ဒါလိုရင်းပြောပြတာနော်အပေါ်မှာဘုရားလောင်းအပေါ်မှာပွင့်နေပေါ့ဒါပေမဲ့မာယာနမှာအဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘောဓိသတ္တဝါဒီသူကသူများတွေကူညီဖို့ပဲဆိုတော့အများစုကတော့တို့ကတာပေါ့တို့ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာပဲဖြစ်ဖြစ်တို့တာမန်လူကတော့စပ်ပရင်းကိုကြောက်တာပေါ့ပြောမှဆိုတော့ခွေးဘွားရောက်မှကြောက်တယ်ခွေးလိုကျင်းရမှကြောက်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားငရဲရောက်မှကြောက်တယ်ငရဲခံရမှကြောက်တယ်ဒါကြောင့်မို့နတ်ပြည်ရောက်ဖို့ဆူတောင်းတယ်ဘောဓိသတ္တဝါတို့ကအဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘူးကိုယ့်အတွက်မဟုတ်ဘူးပြောချင်တာကအများအတွက်ဆိုတော့သူကအများစုပေါ့ဒါတော့ဟာသားဆန်ဆန်နဲ့ပြင်မယ်ငရဲရောက်ပြီငရဲကိုသူအောက်ကျတဲ့ဘဝတွေသွားမယ်သွားမှအဲ့လိုပေါ့သူနှိမ့်ကြတဲ့ဘဝမှာသူကသူများကိုပို့ပြီးတော့ကူညီလို့ရမယ်သိတယ်မလားစပ်ပရင်းလုပ်လို့ရမယ်မင်းပြောတယ်အခုမှနတ်ပြည်ရောက်တယ်နတ်ပြတ်သွားပြီလူတွေလာကူညီလို့မရဘူးနတ်ပြတ်သွားရင်နတ်စည်းစိမ်ပဲခံနေတာဘာမှမထူဘူးဟုတ်တယ်မလားဟိုးမင်းခုနပြောတယ်ဟိုမှာသွားဟိုဗြဟ္မာကြီးပြတ်သွားတယ်မင်းဗြဟ္မာလာပြတ်တာမင်းတရားပဲမင်းအဲ့မှာဗြဟ္မာပြည်မှာနေုံပဲဗြဟ္မာမှာမင်းတို့ဆင်းရဲနေအဲကွန်မရှိဘူးဘယ်သူလာပြီးတော့ဗြဟ္မာလာပြီးတော့ဘယ်they what any day what they cannot have to make AC နော်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားAC ဘယ်သူမှလာမလို့နိုင်ဘူးဆိုလိုချင်တာကအများကောင်းကျိုးအတွက် မလုံနိုင်ဘူးကွာပြောချင်တာသဘောပေါက်လားအိုးအထက်မှာရောက်နေလေအဓိက body ဆိုတဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်ကအများကောင်းကျိုးအတွက်ဆိုတော့ခုနပြောသလိုအောက်မှာအနေမှာတပွားပဲနေပြီးတော့မင်းပြောတဲ့ယူဆတိုင်းပေါ့နော်အပေါ်တက်သွားမှအဲ့လိုမဟုတ်သူကအောက်မှာနေလေအဆင်ပြေတယ်အောက်ပုံမှာဘလောက်ချက်ချက်သဘောပေါက်လားမင်းပြောတဲ့ငရဲမှာနေရတိရိစ္ဆာန်မှာ10ဘွားပဲနေရbody structure ရဲ့စိတ်ဓာတ်ပေါ့သဘောပေါက်လားနေမှာပဲနေပြီးတော့အများကောင်းကျိုးလုပ်ပါမယ်ဒါသူတို့ရဲ့ conception ပေါ့ကွာယူဆပေါ့မပြောချင်သေးလို့
But one very important thing is that we first must escape from the prison. So then someone who dreaming to go to the part of the bodhisattva but not realize the level of the so-called small vehicle, this is completely impossible. So this must be step by step, line by line, level by level. So the bodhisattva level is actually very high level. Most of the Mahayana people never come to this really the training of the bodhisattvas.
So ဒါကအဓိကတော့ဟိုနေ့ကပဲစံစားလွတ်မြောက်ဖို့ပဲလောကပြောမှဆိုတော့လောကဥမာနဲ့ပြောမှဆိုထောင်ပေါ့တန်ត្រာထောင်ကလွတ်မြောက်ဖို့ပဲဟုတ်တယ်နော်အဲတော့ तू level တွေကမြင့်တဲ့ခါကျတော့ပြောချင်တာကနော်သူတို့ကျင့်စင်မှာပေါ့သူ level နဲ့သူသွားတာအဲမို့ဟို bodhisattva ဖြစ်ဖို့ကတော့မလွယ်ဘူးဒါပေမဲ့စက်ကြည့်ရမယ်ဆိုတဲ့သဘောတော့ပြောတာပေါ့နော်
ကျေးဇူးတော်
Thank you.
ကျေးဇူးတင်ပါတယ်နော်ဟုတ်ပြီ me anyအဲ့လိုဖြစ်ရမှာ the
Hero.
Good morning, Babunya.
Yeah. Jesus.
အတန်လေးနည်းနည်းလေးခက်ပြီးပြောကြည့်နော်
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could I ask you any question?
Yes.
Okay. What is Mayana's conception of the Dharma?
Mahayana
Yeah.
concept.
Conception.
Uh-huh.
What is Mayana's conception of the Dharma?
Conception of the Dharma.
Yes.
The concept is concept. So
Conception.
conception is a idea like
Yes, idea. Yeah. I think it's as I say already before, then all Mahayana practitioners, real Mahayana practitioners, must first aspiring, looking for their own liberation, self-liberation. Without this, we never can thinking about the liberation of others. When we are in the river, we cannot take anyone from river. We need to first know to swim and reach to the go out from river, and then after maybe we can think to go back to the river. So the first part is completely same like in Theravada. Theravada, Mahayana or Vajrayana does not matter. All Buddhist people must go the first part completely same. Difference is only then if you will like the reach to the point that you will aspiring to become arhat, and then it will be enough for you. Or then is another kind of concept that you may be not find it as the enough, then you will continue to the Mahayana part, and then the main actually like the main goal, final goal is the liberation of all sentient beings from the suffering of samsara. So then become Samyak Sambuddha is not actual goal. This is then just like the instrument. You need to some perfect instrument. But a reason why you do all those things is to help to other beings to be liberated from samsara. This is the main kind of idea of the Mahayana Buddhism. So the liberation of all sentient beings from the suffering of samsara.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Any question?
Yes. Yes.
What is Mayana's the most important teaching?
Mahayana most.
Yes, again.
I'm sorry, my ears are not very well.
What is the most important Mayana's teaching?
Most important Mahayana teaching. Oh my goodness. Now I need to think. No, then as I said before, Mahayana is very large term, you know.
Okay.
When you will talk about Mahayana, it means then it takes the Buddhist traditions of the Japan, Korea, China, Vietnam, which are already very different between themselves. You know, there is many differences, and then you continue to the area of the Bhutan, Nepal, Tibet, Mongolia. This is again completely different. And inside, just in Tibetan tradition, we have the 4 different schools. So then it's very difficult to say. We can talk about, and 4 is most important teaching, for example, in Tibetan tradition in some school. Because they are always then thinking about some text, some method is like most important, you know. And I, for example, follow Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And I'm ordained in Tibetan Buddhist tradition. And in the 4 schools of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, I am try to follow one of them, which is called the Gelug tradition, like the virtuous tradition, which is known about the very strict following of the Vinaya rules. And in this tradition, we have the one text which is called Lamrim, which we can translate like the graduated path to the enlightenment, you know, like the graduated steps to the enlightenment. And this text is in our school considered as one of the main, because then is explanation of all meaning of the all Buddha's teaching, started from this small vehicle, and then great vehicle, and even the Vajra vehicle. And all these things are explained as the part of the one way. They are not different kind of things, but you can see them perfectly. They are perfectly fit as the one way. So then you first enter to first part, and after you go to another part, and after you go to final part. But you can also understand that second part is completely depends of the first part. Without first part, never comes second part. Like you build house, then the house, most important part of the house is the foundation, you know, ground. This must be very stable, very well done, because all house will depends of this ground. Then after you can build maybe some wall or some construction up, and maybe also some roof, you know. In the mind tradition, we see the Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana like the building. First, you need to very stable foundation. On the base of this foundation, if you are ready, you can start to build something up, you know. And if you will be super perfect student and practitioner, you will maybe reach the point that you will do also the roof. So it means then they are seen as the part of the one way, one journey to the enlightenment. And I think it's a very it is very good tradition, because after you never ever come to the problem that you see another tradition as something different. I come to Myanmar, I feel completely like at home, because you practice completely same things which I must also practice. So there is no difference between. Okay, and then when you come to our country or our monastery, maybe you will find something what you not see in Theravada, but doesn't matter. Still, we must all practice. Most important is the base. When I was now in Yangon, 2 days back or yesterday, there was the small earthquake. You have it here also? I was sitting on my chair and suddenly started shaking, you know. I was thinking, why I dancing? In this moment, it's very important how stable is base of the house. If the foundation of the house is very stable, then house will be not in big danger, even the earthquake coming. But if not, all building will collapse. Welcome.
how-
Third question.
how do you feel it now?
Huh?
How do you feel it now?
How?
Do you feel it now?
How I feel now? I try always feel good.
Thank you.
It's my management. If I feel good or not, I not feel good. So then I try to feel good and I feel good.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for a good question.
Any question? Yeah, you can. ဆိုတော့17နိုင်ထိုးရင်သိမယ်ပေါ့ဗျာနော်17မေးခြင်းမေး17
Hey,
Hello, Mengalava.
nice to meet you.
Me too. Thank you.
I would like to follow with your great vehicle to and come now with you.
Uh,
I would like to follow with your beat, with your great vehicle.
oh. Is this not full of
Yes.
your English? This is full of.
Okay, I would like to follow with your great vehicle.
Aha.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now I understand. Okay. Yes. And
Do you come now with me?
then first of all, when you want to go any part and any vehicle, there is very, very important, most fundamental point is the find
Yes, sir.
the qualified spiritual guide.
Yes, sir.
So then, which I am not fulfilled at all. So I am not qualified spiritual
You
guide
as
at
the
all.
last Mac.
No.
No, yes. Okay.
I say very clearly, I am stupid, lazy monk, and it is
No, no,
completely
no, no,
true.
no, no.
So
Please.
then, for example, in Tibetan tradition, we always the focusing for this point as very, very important, like the very, very crucial point.
Yes, sir.
Because if we will not find a really qualified master, we will follow just someone, who is, for example, can be handsome, can be young, can have the long name, or sitting in the very impressive place, or have the many followers, or I don't know, and it can be many things. People are attracted outwardly by many, many
Yes.
outer conditions, But we should be very careful because in this point we can make it biggest mistake of our life.
Yes.
So then in past, in the time of the Buddha was the first guru. He was
Yes.
the first teacher.
Yes.
Then those very lucky beings at the time, they have the chance to be guided by Samyak Sambuddha. Yes. After him already, we a little bit coming down, then there was the only arhats.
Yes,
you
sir.
know. But still, there was arhats. In our time, be guided by arhat is almost impossible. So then we are always coming lower and lower and lower and lower. And this is why we must be extremely careful and find a really good spiritual guide is most important point in our spiritual journey.
Yes, sir.
If we will make mistake in this point, that it means then all our journey can be completely mistake.
Yes.
It is happen always, always. Some people very like to follow some teacher who have the lot of followers.
Yes.
They think it is kind of guarantee that this teacher is good. It's not guarantee. Buddha,
Yes.
he give us very precise instruction how to kind of recognize qualified spiritual guide.
Yes, sir.
So then we need to really, then in the, for example, teaching of the tantras, which is completely something beyond, there is said that you should check your spiritual master even 12 years
Yes.
before you will accept him as your spiritual guide.
Yes, sir.
It is like the maximum. That is not said that you must 12 years, because there was the funny story. No, not funny, but story from the Mongolia. There was the one Mongolian king. he find this instruction in the teaching of the Tantras, that 12 years, and he invited one great Tibetan master to Mongolia. And he 12 years just observe him, but he never come to receive any teaching from him. He just always observe him, And after 12 years, he was coming and say, now 12 years I've observed you, and now I see you are a fully qualified master, so I am ready to be your disciple. At that moment, this master say, but in these scriptures it say that teacher can observe 12 years the disciple to accept him. So then now are coming mine 12 years before I will accept you as the disciple. And he before he between die, so then this Mongolian king never received teaching from this great master because he was take too long time to examinate. But this is just a little bit example. So then we need really first find fully qualified, really qualified master, not someone who looks some interesting or something like this, who can speaking somehow nicely or like this. We need to really analyze what this person talk. Analyze and checking if it is really correctly according to Buddha's teaching, and again, even to take some notes around and like this, and really make it sure. And then when we enter to be like disciple, then it's also, it's not like, now I am disciple, finished, then now I accept everything what this teacher will say. Buddha Shakyamuni instruct us, never accept my teaching just before it is words of the Buddha.
Yes, sir. By the way, is the assumption to escape from Tandaya? Assumption? Our destination is the same, to escape from Tandaya.
Yes.
I always respect not only Mahayana Tanga, but also Theravada Tanga and our founder, Dr. Bandarada Inyasaka too. I always respect. I highlight that before Theravada is original text. Mahayana is heterodox. Addition is the lie the test, the receipt to fade and to remove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the right.
Yeah, then this is, let me say, like typical Theravada view.
Yes.
There is nothing what we can point it out actually that is original teaching.
Yes.
Because when we talk about, for example, Theravada Tipitaka is in Pali language.
Yes.
First, Theravada Tipitaka is appeared in Sri Lanka, not in India. From India, we don't know any Theravada is a Pali language Tipitaka. So then, when we come to this point of the discussion about the original and not original, we coming to very hot ground, and there will be many discussion between. There is many arguments in this side and that side. And we can also point at the historical things. So then. Actually, what I heard from the even quite great masters of the Theravada, like is the Nandamala, Bhivamsa, this, then they say then it's actually it is a concept of the Theravada people that is something original.
Yes.
We not have a chance to follow nothing really original. We are 2,500 years follower of some traditions, which was developed. Some traditions which was later developed. And then, unfortunately, even Buddha's teaching become part of our egoistic view.
Yes.
And our egoistic view always guide us what we do, what belongs to us, what we follow, what we do, is of course best.
Yes, sir.
As best is the original, is the better, and like this. As the others, So then this view actually, then Theravada is something original and Mahayana something not original. It's coming actually from the egoistic view that it is my tradition, so it of course is original and is good, So then, if we will come, I am, for example, I give you one my own experience.
Yes.
I'm from non-Buddhist country.
Yes, sir. Yes.
When you born here in Myanmar, you are like destined to be Theravada
Yes,
Buddhist.
sir.
Because there is no another tradition, only Theravada.
Yes.
So from my point of view, you are a little bit lack of freedom. Because you cannot choose Buddhist tradition according to your wish. You are destined to follow domestic tradition Theravada.
Yes,
you know.
sir.
I was not in this position because in Czech Republic, but it is nothing. There is no Theravada, no Mahayana, no Vajrayana, nothing, you know. So I take, in time when I was decide to become Buddhist, I take quite time to start to study a little bit to all these traditions,
Yes, sir.
to choose what I want to follow. And that is what most of Asian countries cannot. Because there is always some domestic tradition and then it's lead you to be follower of this tradition and finish, you know. So then according to my own observation, I was after to come to the point that for me,
Yes.
I very want to say for me.
Yes.
It's not necessarily be same for other people, you know. The for me was the best, the Tibetan tradition because it contained all three yanas. So
Yes,
for me
yes.
it was the something most complete.
Yes.
Because when I was look to Theravada, then I not find that no Mahayana, no Vajrayana teaching. So then I was, this is my own European monk view, I was find Theravada is very incomplete. So that, but it not means that is something worse, something not original, unlike this. I was
Yes.
find it Theravada as
They
incomplete.
judge your opinion. They judge
Yes.
your view. Okay. How do you take insight meditation from Mahayana views?
Yeah, then I think all Buddha's teaching is actually lie on the logic.
Yes.
It's logical. Everything is very logical, you know.
Yes.
Even some logic is very, for us, is very difficult to reach because it's very subtle logic, but still it's logic. This is why we, for example, in Tibetan tradition, we need to training our logical thinking, analysis,
Yes.
and like
Yes.
this.
Contemplating.
Yeah, debating and like this. So to make it sharpen to our, like the logical mind.
Yes,
But
sir.
actually for me, all those things like the teaching of the Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, is the
Yes.
part of one journey is logical.
Yes.
It gives a very clear meaning.
Yes.
You know? So then, as my master very often say, if one become only Theravada followers, and he will not practice Mahayana, it's completely okay. It is completely okay because this is already big deal to reach, for example, state of the Arhat. It's not easy. For one life, one spent life, it's more as enough to do it, you know. So then it's completely okay. If someone wish to enter to Mahayana, but he will not really pay attention to teaching of the small vehicle,
Yes.
that
Yes, sir.
that is the big mistake. It cannot. So first you must always to realize what is common part for the all three vehicles. It means part of the small vehicle. This teaching is most important.
Yes,
If you
sir.
will continue to Mahayana or later even Vajrayana, this is second question. Maybe yes, maybe not. That is another question. But always you must follow the same base. And this is teaching of the so-called small vehicle, which is contained in the Theravada schools of the Buddhism.
Maybe.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Openly I say. Okay. I made mistake. Okay.
No, this
Okay.
is not mistake.
Okay. Okay. Just now, how do you escape from Tandaya? What do you do?
Escape from?
What do you do? Are we escaping from Tandaya? What do you do?
To escape from prison of life, what would you do?
From the prison of the
Life, yeah. What would you do?
then life can be prison and also not necessary. We monks, nuns, we actually make our life like a little bit unprison. So
Yes.
then I not feel much prisoners because then what make an escape from the normal life prison is to become monk and nun.
Yes.
This is the way how to escape from
We are the same. No.
Yes.
Not gender.
So then I think then most of you, then here we have the few lay people also. The difference about monk or nun community and lay people, then no need to go to the detail because it's same. This is same in
Yes.
Theravada, Mahayana. This is same. So then actually, if we want to make our life really free and meaningful, then for this purpose is monk or nun way of life completely best.
Yes.
Because when for example, I become monk when I was the 30-year-old.
Oh.
So I
So
was quite
much.
yes, and then because journey of the Buddhist people in the Europe is very different from the Asia.
Oh.
I wish to become monk when I was around 16, 17. But there was no way how to become monk, because there was no monastery. How to do it,
Yes.
So only chance will be go to Asia. But first you need to English. Though I was not speak English because in my country that time we learn in the school Russian language.
Oh, yes. Okay.
No English.
You
so
come
then-
from Czech country?
Yeah, Czech country. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
oh,
There was
oh.
the power of the Russian kind of area, and then need also a lot of money because now the flight tickets are quite cheap. But before flight tickets was crazy expensive, And this idea that you will go to another country you don't know where, without language, and what do you will do there? Very difficult.
Yes, sir.
So then.
For me.
I was waiting till I was maybe 23 years. When I first time take the journey, I find out in Switzerland, in Europe, we have the Buddhist monastery. And Buddhist monastery of same tradition as I want to follow. So
Yes.
I take the journey to Switzerland. And I entered to this monastery, and I immediately asked the Sierra of this monastery if I can be ordained as the novice,
Yes,
as
sir.
the Shravinera. But it take 9 years. I was waiting 9 years for the Shravinera ordination.
Yes.
Because my master, he always say, "Oh, this year is not good for you, and next year will be better." Then I say, "Okay." And next year, same story was appear again,
Yes, yes.
When I look now back, then I see he was very wise, very wise.
Yes.
And it is this terrible 9 years, I sometimes cry, when I come to him and he says again, "Oh, this year not good for you, next year will be better." Then I think, oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then I wait, and it was to take 9 years.
Oh,
and
so far.
Yeah, very long. Then it's imagine that you will for the queen will waiting 9 years become queen only,
Yes, yes.
And then I finally get this novice ordination, and then again take another many years waiting for the bhikkhu ordination. I was the 30 something already. I can be ordained immediately. Like the
Yes,
bhikkhu.
sir.
So then it's a journey of the Buddhist monk in the Europe, for example, is so different from the Asia. You have very easy. This is a very easy
No,
way.
not easy.
Of
No.
course, easy. Very easy.
Please.
Okay, thank you. No?
Okay. Okay, it is enough for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
thank you
your
also.
message for your presentation. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Nowhere to
Jessica.
meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
ကဲစတဲ့နဲ့ထုတ်ပြီးဆိုတော့ any question ပေါ့ any person မောရှိသေးလားဟိုတယောက်တော့ချမ်းပေးမယ်လာ
Oh.
လာတဲ့
My name is Sumana. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, me too.
Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
Of course.
Um,
It make you speechless, I see.
Yes. T-
Yeah, PP.
how do Mahayana monks use Theravada Buddhism? How do Mahayana monks use Theravada Buddhism?
How to Mahayana monk view Theravada Buddhism?
Yes.
Yes, then I cannot speak about others, because I'm only one. If you talk about me as the Mahayana monk, how is my view about Theravada, then I will repeat actually what I say already, So then when I come to this country or Sri Lanka, etc., then I feel always like I'm in same tradition.
Yeah.
Because actually my view is that I focus for what we have the same is for me more important.
Yeah.
I focusing for the similarities between different Buddhist traditions. I have the very good luck that for me was possible to travel quite a lot. I visited in Asia 9 countries, Buddhist countries.
Okay.
I visited Myanmar, and Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos. It contained the 5 main Theravada countries. And of this, also India, Nepal, Mongolia, and Vietnam. And when I travel all those countries, I intentionally focus for the similarities between the different traditions. Not what is different, but what is similar,
Yeah.
And I find it very practical because wherever I come, I feel always like home. Because I always find so many same things with my own practice, with my own tradition. So I always feel like I'm in area of mine, like tradition,
Yeah.
Because as Siddha Gusero, when I met him first time in Vietnam in 2019, first words what I heard from him was then all 3 yanas, mean the Hinayana, Mahayana, Vajrayana, must work together, otherwise Buddha Dharma is lost. This is first thing. And then, for example, last time when I met him in Sagai during this visit, then he said, "Oh, you are ordained in Tibetan tradition, right?" I say, "Yes, sir." And he say, "Whatever, we are all Buddhists." And this is actually my view. We are all Buddhists. We are all one family, but just we are a little bit sick by always thinking, this is this one and this is this one, that is, I cannot sit with him in one table because he's another thing, It is sick view. Of course, we need to follow our tradition well. There is many tradition of the Buddhism, and we can say that all real, authentic tradition of Buddhism, all are very precious and good. We should choose one tradition and follow this tradition, not be like the multi-Buddhist, flying here and there. So you are Theravada Buddhist tradition follower, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. It's perfect. I really rejoice. And you should follow this tradition. Not jumping here and there, And I choose to follow the Tibetan tradition, so I coming here and sometimes people ask me, "Do you want to become Theravada Buddhist?" I say, "Why?" No need. I'm completely feel okay in my tradition. This is my kind of choose. So then I feel my view about all of you is then I'm really very happy because young people so intelligent that they recognize the prison of the samsara, and even they choose the way of the meaningful life, free and meaningful life. You all become, almost all, become nuns and monks,
Yes.
And this is something rejoiceable. I'm so happy. I'm always so happy to meet young monks, young nuns, because I'm amazed. Young people so intelligent, they can recognize the real value of the Buddha's teaching, and they follow it, Actually, you can think that in Myanmar is so many monks and nuns, it's like normal or something like this. It's completely unnormal. Imagine it, the whole population of the people in the world. How many of them will be monks and nuns? We are a small number only. And you have the very, very good luck that you born in very strong, good Buddhist country like Myanmar, where this tradition is very living. Everything is here very intact. You know, this tradition, especially the Myanmar Buddhist tradition, is very well preserved. So then sometimes people go that, I need to go to study Thailand, you know. Now I should be careful, because I say then, better stay here and study Buddhism here as to go to study Buddhism in Thailand. Because according to my view, Myanmar Buddhist tradition is much better, well preserved as the Thailand tradition. So then no need to go to Thailand to study, you know. If you really want to go to study outside, go to Sri Lanka. But Sri Lanka and Myanmar have since centuries very close contact, and these two Theravada tradition of these two countries are closest. Thailand tradition is little bit different.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Someone already singing.
Be baby, no? Remember, Uji, Mother be baby. Jedu is a popular. Jedu is a popular. Jedu is a popular. Ele loပြောလိုက်ကျေးဇူးတင်စကားလေးကျေးဇူးတင်စကားပြောလိုက်လေ
Thank you sir.
Conclusion now conclusion ပြောလေဆက်ပြောလေဘာသာပြန်ပြောင်းမလားမင်းပေါ်တာတွေကို
မလုပ်ပါနဲ့ပဲမလုပ်ပါနဲ့ပဲ
ဟုတ်ပါလဲပြောဘာသာပြန်ပြရမလားလို့မေးကြည့်လေ Now,
sadhu.
Okay, now conclusions arrived now. So we close our ceremonies as a mini seminar. Okay, also my student and all online viewer listener. Now it's time to say, no, bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. ဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာစီတံဒိဋ္ဌိတုသုံးချက်ယူပြီးတော့အခမ်းအနားသိမ့်ပါမယ်ဗျာဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာစီတံဒိဋ္ဌိတုဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာစီတံဒိဋ္ဌိတုဗုဒ္ဓသာသနာစီတံဒိဋ္ဌိတုသာဓုသာဓုသာဓု
So thank you, and tada, see you next time.
Kung ni tadwa alo, uba yambi, kinsewe, nying eja bazi. Atibaware.